Good morning, St. John's. Welcome to today's assembly on Wednesday, the 20th of May. The sports department's turn to host this assembly. In my opinion, the best department in the school. We thought we will have some fun with this one, but equally share a special meaning or some memories with you. Over to the team. Enjoy. Welcome to the 2020 Masters. Kruger lights it up. Oh, okay. Second attempt. Yes. Oh, okay. Third time lucky. This one for the Masters. So on the 18th, I'm so near you watching. Yeah, no! Oh, devastating. Lockdown press-up challenge, Kruger in action, here we go. Oh, what? One. Oh, two. Oh, three.
Honey, dinner is ready.
99. 100. 101. Coming. Move. Get out of the way. Go. Boca boca. Shosalosa. Shosalosa. Itama. Sumela same. Hey? Hey? Hello? Is this on? Is this live? And he comes around the corner. It's Cheslin Colby. He sidesteps. He does the fake dummy. He's around Owen Farrell. He's in the corner.
School sport, that's where it started. Lots of different opportunities at junior school, and then under 13s I got invited down to Lords for cricket. It was my first big experience. And then at senior school, stuck to rugby really, and a bit of cricket, but really fantastic memories of school sport. And then went on to Cardiff for 4 years. Lots of great rugby, sometimes played in front of 14,000 people when I played Premiership rugby. I did a year in Otago and played with 3 All Blacks, and then 3 years in France. That was incredible experience. The French way of life, the culture, the food, the wine, the people, brilliant. And then, but during that time, I travelled all around the world, from South America to Africa to Hong Kong, New Zealand, Europe, just playing rugby. And then finally, the last few years, I've been running marathons, raising money for charity. Live your dream.
Morning, Shay Whiten.
Good morning, St. John's.
Shay, why do you like sport, PE and staying active so much?
Because it's fun, I like to get fit, and I sometimes like running with my friends and sometimes on my own.
Fantastic answer, Shay. Who are your favourite sports teachers?
Mr. Kruger and Mr. Smith.
Fantastic, that is the correct answer. Well done.
Good morning. I'm here to share a few thoughts and stories on sport in my life, my first love was cricket in primary school. And then when I got to year 7, went to secondary school. First time for impossible subjects. First time for Latin. First time for physics. First time for science generally. But also the first time for rugby. And rugby became my main motivator in my life. Year 7, little bit chubby, so I made the A team at prop. But then something magical happened. I had a growth spurt in the middle of year 7, which lasted through to year 10, under 15s. And I can't tell you how great rugby is when you're the biggest forward on the pitch. It is defined my feelings for it and my passion for it. What's the importance of that? This is the deep and meaningful bit now coming. What's the importance is not so much that it has to be sport, but that you find something that becomes your driver in your life. I'm not saying physics got great, but gradually all the other things, the music improved, because you develop and work through a discipline that drives you, other things then frame around your life. I encourage you to find your motivating subject or hobby or something that you can get passionate about.
Good morning, Harry Mangat.
Good morning, St. John's.
Harry, why do you enjoy sport and PE and being active so much?
Because it teaches me with good skills and what the skills you need in life.
Very good answer, Harry. Does it teach you anything about yourself sometimes?
It teaches me that if you lose, it doesn't matter because it's just a race. It can improve your life sometimes, but it doesn't really matter.
Good answer, Harry. Harry Mangat, who are your favourite sports teachers at St. John's?
Mr. Lambden and Mr. Smith.
Cut! Harry Mangat, who are your favourite sports teachers at St. John's?
Mr. Kruger.
Well done. Thank you, Harry. Brilliant interview.
For me, sport has always helped me to refocus. Whatever's happening around me in sport, you can only focus on that moment and you forget everything else. By focusing on the next step or ball or pass, you immerse yourself in that activity. This simple action has always meant that I can refocus on everything else after the activity finishes with a new clarity and often a solution to a problem. If not, at least I've released some stress and feel more positive about everything.
Sport is my absolute world. Not only is it my hobby, but it is also my career. I can still remember my first ever rugby game when I was about 4 years old, playing for Ruislip Rugby Club. I received the ball, I ran as fast as I could in the right direction, I thought, but the referee picked me up, turned me back around whilst my legs were still moving and pointed me in the right direction. Academically, when I was younger, I really struggled. I didn't have the confidence to do anything. I didn't want to have the confidence to try anything. But as I got older and my confidence grew through sport, my grades started picking up and I started getting better and better at things. And I think that was the main thing that got me through my school journey, was through the confidence that I gathered from sport. Not one individual can teach you to find that passion within and that drive that you need. I found mine through sport, and it's really helped me to become a better person and a better sportsman.
Good afternoon, St. John's.
Felix, why do you enjoy sport and PE and staying active so much?
I find it really enjoyable and fun.
Are there any specific memories linked to any life lessons linked to a specific sport at St. John's or outside of school where you had an experience where it sort of gave you a little life lesson at your young age?
It was playing rugby. In rugby, and then it boosted my confidence, so then I could go on to play rugby outside of school. at Ricewood Rugby Club.
Oh, fantastic, Felix. Good. So you played some rugby outside of Rice Rugby Club. Why did you enjoy going there?
Because there was boys from the school that I could connect with, but then there was also boys from other schools there, so then I could make friends with them as well.
Oh, fantastic, Felix. So that's such an important word, connecting with other boys, other people. Socially, that really helps as you meet other people. That's fantastic, and normally that's so good for our self-esteem and confidence as well. So that's brilliant to hear. Felix, who is your favourite sports teacher at St John's?
It'll probably have to be Mr. Kruger. So.
Oh, fantastic. Is this because Mr. Kruger is running this interview, Felix?
No, sir.
Oh, brilliant answer, Felix. Well done. Thank you for your time. Go and enjoy yourself on this lovely sunny day on your bike. We'll see you soon.
Afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good morning, everyone. Personally, sports helped me massively at school. I always look forward to rugby and squash sessions after a day of schoolwork, where I got to play with my friends and the rest of my team, which I might not have seen throughout the day. It just let me focus after school and provide a bit of release from worrying about schoolwork. I also played rugby at my local rugby club, which again allowed me to play with friends from my old school, which I didn't get to see at my new school, which I thought was really important, and also allowed me to just talk to different people rather than the same people all the time. I also rode my bike down to my local rugby club during the summer when we had to revise for exams, and just playing on my own with friends allowed me to sort of relax from the stress of the exams and revision, which is really important. However, I think that sport has helped me the most socially, as sports clubs continue throughout your life, but education unfortunately has its end, and because of that it's harder to keep in contact with friends from school rather than friends from sport. And I feel that these friendships created through sport are for life, due to the fact you're saying that you share the same passion through sport, and therefore the friendships are stronger because you've chosen to be at that sports club, or you've chosen that sport and you're just more engaged.
Artie Dixon, how are you?
Good, sir.
Fantastic. Artie,
Yes.
why do you enjoy PE, sport and staying active so much?
I like it because it perseveres me to be stronger, and it's fun.
Okay, so it helps you to persevere and be stronger. Can you think of a very specific memory or something
Yes,
where this challenged you and it helped you, and can you tell us about it?
Yes, so we were playing a rugby match against Wetherby, and we were losing quite badly, so the team and I had to persevere ourselves to beat them.
Artie, fantastic. Artie Dixon,
So,
who is your number one favourite sports teacher at St John's?
Mr. Kruger.
Are you saying Mr. Kruger because I'm conducting this interview?
No.
Brilliant, thank you, fantastic answer.
Hello, Cheslin Colby here. Special memory or lesson from myself as a youngster, quite shy, quiet, not much confidence, and struggled sometimes to make new friends, but always had a dream to be good in sport, or to become a good sports person one day. So one day before a rugby match, I was 10 years old, in year 5, I decided to say a little prayer before a match, and this really, I think going into this game just gave me a lot of faith and confidence to play my heart out. Scored my first try in this game, ended up scoring a hat-trick in this match actually. This belief and achievements followed me through school and university, but the thing I am most grateful for throughout this journey was how it helped me socially, making more friends, meeting more people, as Felix said in his interview, connecting with youngsters in my community. Sport certainly gave me more confidence and helped me to find my voice really. Look at me today, I'm a teacher. And back then, this certainly sport definitely helped me to be a happier boy and person for sure.
Sport to me means special memories. I've so many fond memories of playing football at school with friends at break time, and it's my way of remembering my friends at school, all the way through rugby at secondary school, other sports later on with clubs and university and things. It's just great fun, and you pick up so many stories along the way which stay with you forever. It's a wonderful thing. So I'd say that's what it means to me. Special memories.
Hello, I'm Keenan Hewitt, and I would like to share with you a story which I've had recently, including sports. As you know, the NHS is having a hard time during COVID-19 and we are all stuck in lockdown. So I decided to do some sports to help. So I decided to raise money for charity by shooting 500 shots at goal, and I scored 300 shots out of 500. We have raised over £1,000, which is phenomenal. I would just like to say that sports is a positive way to do good for other people in difficult times, and it's a good way to keep fit. Thank you.
As you can tell, yes, sport, PE and staying active keeps us fit, healthy and is fun. But I wanted us to share that often it's more than just this. As you have heard from our interviews, often there was a special moment or lesson that changed things in our lives. Sometimes these were exciting and positive, sometimes these lessons were hard, tough, but it has shaped us as people. And hopefully you have noticed that a lot of these were set in the time when we were in primary school in year 3, year 5 or year 8, just like yourself, boys. Huge thank you to the teachers in the sports department who have shared some of these special memories and moments with us. Lockdown has not stopped us from enjoying our sport, PE and being active. Perhaps it helps us to be more so. Thank you for sharing and staying in touch with us on Google Classroom with the Stay Active at Home page, and also on the sports Twitter page. Please continue to do so. It has been great to see so many boys' families go on walks and bike rides, doing circuits or individual challenges in the garden, or doing Joe Weeks together as a family. We are certainly missing normal sport during this time, but never underestimate the value, joy, or even lessons being active can offer. Let's always appreciate this. Time for the prayer. I hand over to Master Kian Malvia in year 8.
Dear Lord, thank you that sport and being active has got so many meanings and advantages to it. Thank you for the sunshine and the sound of the birds when I go on a walk with my family, or cycle ride, or play in my garden. Thank you that it makes me healthier and stronger, but also it teaches me more about myself, the wider world and other people. Thank you that it gives me a break from screen time when I really need to relax and refresh my memory. Thank you for the joy it gives me when I play outside, practice my skills, or do Joe Wicks with my family. Thank you for the life lessons, inspiration and hope that it gives us all. Amen.
Thank you, Kian Malvia, for the prayer. Now over to Mrs. Johnson for today's hymn, Be Still for the Presence of the Lord.
With reverence and fear.
Thank you to Mrs. Johnson for the hymn. And now over to Mrs. McSween for Vote for Schools.
Hello there, good morning. Votes for schools now, everyone. Did you manage to vote last week? Let me move myself out of the way. Results from last week. Would you like to be one of the first settlers on Mars? 64% of you said that wasn't for you. No, thank you very much. And 35, going on to 36% of you said you would like to be one of the first settlers on Mars. So shout outs go to Enzo again. Mr. Lawrence chose these this week, and Enzo, well done. He said he wouldn't like to be one of the first settlers on Mars because it's dangerous and that he would miss his family. Darsh would love to be one of the first settlers. He says, I like taking risks and being adventurous, and I think it would be worth it to take the journey to Mars. Nishant, also shout outs go to you, who thinks that because of climate change on Earth, that being a settler on Mars would be an important thing for him to do too. So moving on, this week's question is brought to you by Roshan.
Hi everyone, today's question is, do you get enough sleep?
Thank you, Roshan. So the question is, do you get enough sleep?
Thank you for listening to the Sports Department Assembly today. Hope you enjoyed it. Remember, we don't want assemblies just to be about talking about messages, but make it your own, live it, and also enjoy the rest of this week. Keep working hard. You're doing really well with the online lessons at home, and have a great half term. Be helpful at home to your parents, and we'll see you soon. Stay safe.